of the New York Post this morning, and it was everything I knew it would be. Now, there was a very big part of me that wanted to make this video today purely celebratory. But I know there are a lot of New Yorkers that did not vote for Zohran Mamdani and woke up to that cover and feel genuinely afraid. I pride myself on being a real New Yorker. And one of the things about being a real New Yorker is being there for your own. And instead of celebrating today, I am hoping to ease your fears with a little history lesson instead. Every real New Yorker recognizes one particular name that is synonymous with greatness in this city. And that is Fiorello LaGuardia. Hailed as New York City's greatest mayor of all time. He too had a funny name that people could not pronounce. He too was looked at as not a typical politician at the time, as he had immigrant history and being a Jewish Italian American. Oh, the fear-mongering was real. And even though LaGuardia was a Republican, he was attacked relentlessly by his own party because he was a progressive Republican. I tell you guys to learn from history because it always repeats itself. And one of the things that always is rinsed, recycled, and repeated is the fear-mongering. Do you think "Eat the Rich" is a new slogan? It's just a new version. It's just a new version of something LaGuardia himself would say. And that was "soak the rich." He pushed for steeply progressive income taxes, saying, "I do not want to destroy wealth, but I do want to abolish poverty." LaGuardia's acute personal sense of the moral injustice of poverty and his ability to link the problems of cities to the largest issues of national concern set him apart from the New York City mayors that preceded him. And of course, the fear-mongering was the same. His opponents in the city's Republican and business circles routinely labeled him a red, Bolshevik, communist, or dictator for using public funds to create jobs and improve housing. Newspapers, like the New York Sun and Herald Tribune, mocked him as a little Mussolini and claimed he was turning New York City into a socialist experiment. But I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't give you the whole history. The world may never know if Fiorello LaGuardia would have been as successful had he not had the privilege and luck of being New York City's mayor under FDR. FDR, who brought his own progressive and socialist policies to a federal level. For it was the Revenue Act of 1935 that raised federal income tax on higher income levels by introducing the wealth tax, a progressive tax that took up to 75% of the highest incomes. It was signed into law by President Franklin Roosevelt over strong opposition from, you guessed it, business, the rich, and conservatives from both parties. Rinse, recycle, repeat. The 1935 Act also was popularly known at the time as "soak the rich." To solve the problem of tax evasion through loopholes, the Revenue Act of 1937 revised tax laws and regulations to increase the efficiency of tax. Now, unfortunately, Zohran Mamdani does not have the privilege of having an FDR as president right now. He has Donald Trump that continues to slash the taxes for the rich at a rate we haven't seen since Ronald Reagan. And then you wonder why the middle class has disappeared. So I guess I'm asking my fellow New Yorkers, instead of fighting against Zohran Mamdani, learn from New York's history. Learn that if we work together, we can accomplish a city that works for everybody, not just a few. Demand these kinds of changes from your politicians on federal levels and local levels. Now, Zohran Mamdani may not be able to accomplish these things with the hurdles that are against him. But what his win has shown us is that the people are fed up. So I urge you all to learn from history and get on board. These attacks, these tactics have been used for a really, really long time. But we show historically that if we ignore them and align ourselves with people who are fighting for the 99%, we will be successful. And I know in my heart that I will genuinely be looking forward to one day calling a bridge the Mamdani Crossing. Also, quick note, congratulations to New Jersey, Virginia, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Historic night for a lot of us, and I hope the momentum continues. Okay, now I'm off to celebrate